Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Casamas and John Scheimer.
Dude, you're a fan. I mean, I guess when I book the guests, this is what we get. We just get like, hey, Craig, yeah. Oh man, I was telling. What up, dog?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, bro.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I was just telling Craig, like, I'm just kidding. We're not talking to a person. We're just gonna talk to the fan.
Hey, if you turn your pad sideways, you get like a wider view on everything. I don't know if you can or not. There you go.
Oh, what up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
Welcome to
Hold on.
technology.
Now I have to stack these books higher.
There you go.
Stack a higher book.
We want to see more of your yeah, there you go. Yeah.
My decks. Let me stack this up with extreme ownership.
Nice, dude. Is that the David Goggins book?
No.
Who's
It's Jocko Wilkins.
Jocko, that's right. Nice, dude. Look at you.
I have been stoked on David Goggins' voice, like late at night, like, man, I told myself I wasn't gonna be tucked around no more. That voice is just too much.
Voice
dude.
is nuts, dude. I love that like a total punk rocker is listening to like military inspirational shit.
Oh, dude.
Jocko's
Just
a
for this-
psycho, dude.
For this
Dave-
podcast, I covered up that blue line with a black one.
Oh,
Just for
well,
the punkers.
fuck.
Yeah. That's a Blue Lives Matter flag, isn't that?
Man, this is a satanic flag. A friend gave me.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. I didn't
Fix
put
it,
this.
dude. It's okay. We're here for you.
We're here for
All
you, brother.
We're here
right.
for you, man. What's up, bro? You look good, man.
Oh, this whole thing. I'm
This
feeling
like
good.
that old
dude.
thing, man. You look good.
Dude, you know what? Before I did this, I was kind of tired, and I was like, I can't be coming through like all week. I shaved. I took a shower.
Damn.
I cleaned up Poncho.
Poncho, what's up, Poncho? Poncho,
This is my boy.
Poncho.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna get this ready real quick.
No
Yeah,
problem.
you're good.
So what's up with you? What's been happening?
I'm fucking me and my wife and one of my best friends were opening up a restaurant.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
Like-
opening up a vegan restaurant in Ventura.
Dude, what's it called?
It's called Fatty Vegan, dog.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, okay. I saw. Punk Rock Bowling put something up about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hip. I'm hip.
Yeah. You're hip. You're with it.
I'm
See,
with it. I know what the kids like.
you know what's up. But yeah, we got this opportunity that we couldn't pass up, even in the fucking quarantine.
Yeah, dude. No
You
way.
know, it was like, all right, this isn't ideal, but let's make this work, and we're making it work. And that's actually where I'm at right now. This is the decor.
Dude. Oh, you know what? And I was noticing it. It's like you're like a hip Mexican restaurant right there. That's the red
Noses,
wall.
dude.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, they gotta be
Noses.
Mexican.
Show them the floor, John. Can you see
Oh.
the floor where you are?
Yeah, look at the floor.
Whoa! Sick, dude. I can't wait.
Dude, that's what's up. Actually, we're gonna have you. We're gonna have comedians here, so you know, we'll definitely have to have the comedy routine come through.
Oh God, Jesus
the
Christ!
comedy routine come through. There we go. Look at you. You're all set up.
Nice. Framed up, looking good.
Looking
Now
good.
let's every once in a while, you need to make sure you say like, this is not a Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah,
flag.
let's see the bottom of that flag, huh? What's going on?
Oh!
So yeah,
Does this
man.
look like- does this look good for y'all?
You're all
yeah, it
good,
looks
man.
for me. Does it look good for you? How do
I
you
don't know.
look? It looks good. Actually, like, can you just turn your head a little sideways? Oh,
Right as I did it, yeah.
that was awesome.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna try one more thing before we start. 2
Okay.
minutes.
Go right ahead.
What? Maybe. Let
You
me
got
try
it.
this.
We're here. We're here for you. I was gonna have him. I want to have him turn his head so it's perfectly in the stars. Like
Oh, there you go.
Stars.
There you
Looks
go.
like it'll look like a
Noble.
American flag.
I should have got charged up. I wonder if
Come on, it's a day. It's a day off. It's a day off. You don't need to charge up.
whoa.
It's a Monday. You don't charge up on Mondays, bro.
I know that's our day off. That's the day
That's
I'm
the
like
day
so
off, dude.
stoked.
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah, David on tour will he can have his mohawk up for like 6 days straight.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Always.
pristine mohawk.
Yep.
Like
This is
it's
better.
one
Here
of the
we
ones
go.
that you dream of. You dream of as a young punk kid.
Oh, dude, you gotta be the size of a young punk kid, but 42.
Yeah.
Can you let me in on my other one? I think I got a better.
Yeah.
It's easier.
There you go. Let's try
Okay.
that.
Whoa, here we go.
It's
Oh, damn. There you go.
Inception.
All right. I'll kick the other one out.
Okay, cool.
Inception.
Check this out.
Damn,
What's
dog.
What's up, dude? Oh my god, this is awesome. You just need a bald kitten. You need Poncho and a bald kitty on the other side.
I know. This shit looks good. How my skateboards look good?
Looking good,
Dude,
man.
skateboards
They're all
look good.
framed up.
Looking
All
good,
right.
man. Looking good.
I
Dude,
have a.
so what's up, man? Thanks.
I've got a little kombucha. You know my bucha, boy.
You got your booch, man. You got your booch, boy. How's things going, man? How you doing? How's what you been how's Texas? Actually, what's it like living in a free, open state?
Okay.
What's it like being free and open and just like spreading the virus like crazy everywhere that people go?
Fred Eagle. Okay, we're starting. This is going. We're on,
Done.
right?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah. We've been recording the whole time. We decide when we want to start, like whenever.
Dude, you know what though? You know what's weird? You're gonna get me all politically like pumped up and shit, but this
I mean, it's up to take it wherever you want to take it.
yeah, I'm like so I left. Oh fuck. Okay, when all of this kind of was starting up, like, dude, we were supposed to be leaving to go on tour with Leftover Crack. It like maybe less than 2 weeks when this
we were all supposed to be on that tour.
That's right.
I was gonna be tour managing you guys and Leftover Crack on that tour. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So and I kept thinking at the same time, probably the same thing as you guys, like there's no fucking way that this is really gonna happen. And I was thinking, and I think even I may have been sending you messages, dude, I know DIY spots we can go to get around the government. And everybody was thinking that. And fuck, dude, here we are. How many months later?
It's
9.
9
Yeah.
months later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude. Like I mean, I remember one of the members of Leftover Crack, like when it was like probably like the middle of February, when it was really starting to kind of pick up a little bit across the country. And I talked to them and they were like, if I talked to they had a friend that worked at the CDC, and they basically told him that if we go on that tour, everybody on the tour will get COVID.
Oh,
and it's very true. It would have totally happened.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And so when this all happened, something crazy happened. And I'm pretty sure that my mom had it, but I don't think that they knew how to test it yet. Because, dude, it was like the way it hit me so hard was I was still under the impression like this is going to go away in a month. This is not that big of a fucking deal. And next thing you know, dude, I was like delivering pancakes to her because I thought it might be her last meal. Like through the house and then looking at her through a window. And it was like a fucking movie. It was rainy and cold and gray. And I could hear her lungs through the window. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in that fucking movie, you know? The character like goes to see his mom for the last time. And I literally thought that, and I was like, fuck, man, I brought my mom fucking pancakes. But you know, it was like what she asked. And I came home and that shit kind of hit me. And I started contacting some of my friends, and I have some friends that are, you know, like most of us that are nurses, and they were telling me, dude, this is no fucking joke. And to get back to the question, what it's like to be here, living here in Texas, is so all of that shit. So what is that, like April, in May, all that was going down, and then George Floyd, that incident happened, and I live in Austin, which we call Austin is an island in a sea of shit, you know?
Yeah.
I almost live in La La Land of Texas, because I'm like, hey, you know, there's a vegan shop and the coffee shop and the across the street, and you know, everybody's just willy-nilly around me. But then next thing I know, dude, I start seeing open carry people all over the fucking place. And I left to get out of town just for a couple of days. Before any of this happened, I was planning on taking just 2 days, me and old Pancho in Corpus at my friend's trailer. And I just went there, and I was coming back. I think it was like on a Friday when all the shit in Minneapolis was hitting the fan. I was driving through downtown, and it was right when the riots and everything was really starting. And dude, it's been fucking nuts, dude, because I went out, you know, I think I wish I could go back and be like, I went out ready to fucking tear shit up. But the first day I was in just like confusion, because we're going through COVID. Everybody's been locked up in their houses, but now everybody is like, we're willing to deal with this over this, you know, civil unrest. And the police station in Austin had like 13, 12, and kill the fucking pigs all over it. And the main highway, I-35, police were, you know, shooting people with bean bags, and there was tear gas. And I was walking through it like, again, like a movie. Everybody's kind of running around me, and I'm just walking through in a daze watching this shit happen. And the next day I went back out to check shit out and skateboard and listen to some people. And dude, it just, that's when I started seeing the craziness. Like I forget that I live in this fucking Republican area, dude. There was like what's that fucking crazy dude, the fucking conspiracy theorist guy,
Alex Jones.
Oh,
yeah, Alex Jones,
Yeah.
dude, driving around and screaming out of the back of his truck. Yeah. And then you have all these fucking and it sucks that you have to speak this way, because, you know, in a perfect world we would be evenly fucked up, or at least, but it's like, no, all these fucking white dudes with fucking shotguns, machine guns, multiple guns around their legs, and just in storm walking around the streets. And it's fucking nuts. So then I'm going crazy. So then you just have these people. I saw people like screaming like, "You're gonna let me in this fucking grocery store? This is bullshit!" And spit coming all out of their fucking, like, "I don't gotta wear no goddamn mask. This is fucking bullshit." And it's fucking nuts. And my mom lives just a little bit north of Austin. And so that's like, as soon as you leave the center of Austin, it's like it starts to get a little different. And I'd go to the grocery
Start to
store.
hear the banjo playing. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Like, whoa.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
serious. And I have a mask on and like a Los Crudos shirt or something and red hair. And dude, it felt how I felt 25 years ago. People were looking at me and just like you could hear them talking under their breath, you know, like they were unhappy to see me wearing a mask. And at the same time, you know, there's that fucking confusion where these fucking weirdos were just talking about how we need to listen to the police and follow the rules. And now they don't want to in the face of death. So I don't know, man. How about you guys? What's up with that?
Dude, we're in the lockdown right now. I mean, yeah.
They reversed it again to another lockdown, but you know, it's the same out here. You still have the bunch of, I mean, for the most part, 90% of everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, but you still have that same pushback. And, you know, it's just like, it's so weird that it's like, you know, for some of these white people, the most oppression they've ever felt is being told to put on a fucking mask. And it's like for your own safety, you know, it's like, it's so asinine, man. Like, it just shows a lot of like what is happening in this fucking country right now, you know, but we're in the middle of a lockdown and, you know, no one's happy with anyone here in California. You know, all these businesses are suffering and there's no help. You know, you got fucking, you know, John is the one rare person on earth that's, you know, been able to have a silver lining as far as starting a business during this shit. You know what I mean?
I've been fucking doing food delivery as of late.
Yeah. You know, and I think, John, as usual, I commend you, sir. I commend you. But I've been thinking like this, and this is why I'm so stoked that is your business, because I skimmed over it. It probably said your name and owned by you, but I just skimmed through it and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. But I feel like right now, look, we're in the perfect storm of traumas. Like, dude, social fucking unrest, a fucking virus, this enormous walking piece of can you be a walking piece of diarrhea? My literary freedom.
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah, there it is.
Donald Trump. We're going into also electing somebody that maybe we'll say the lesser of two evils, but we needed to get the guy out. And through all of this, though, the way I feel, and I like, you know me, and if you know me, I have a very negative outlook that I keep inside of me, because I feel like if I talk about it and if I act on it, I'll get swamped, dude. And we've seen multiple friends not come out of this thing, dude. This is serious shit. But on the positive note, what I'm looking at is right now, the universe, whatever the fuck it is you want to call it, is giving people like you and me and millions of us an opportunity. How are you going to keep this together? Because businesses like you pump people up. Like, fuck, we're still here. We can still do it. Right now, the question that I'm working on, because I'm sure like you guys as well, there became a little spot where it became hard to think, you know. I'm alone. I don't, you know, at first I thought I'm gonna write a fucking book. I'm gonna write 2 albums. Dude, I looked up and I'd been like staring at Poncho for 3 weeks. Both of us had heard. But it's taken this last month to come out of it, dude. And now I'm going, okay, I'm gonna start running again, because if I don't, I do feel like there's some weird power at B that wants us to fail. And you know, I'm really stoked for you. I'm stoked that your gung-ho fucking attitude.
Thank you. It actually feels. I was actually telling my buddy who I'm doing it with. I was telling him today. It feels good to like be creating something again, or like doing something that's like we're putting this together. There's an end goal of like constantly serving something. You know what I mean? It's like the feeling of going on tour. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's a purpose to it all when we're out there. You
dude.
know, keep the machine going, and it's like it's fun to be building a machine again.
Yeah, it's so funny too because you and I have talked about this. There becomes a certain point when you start attracting like haters, and they hear that term, the machine. Yeah, I bet. You're part of the fucking machine. But it's like, no. After the amount of time that you and I, we grew up in a type of culture where you're not supposed to be like, I did good, but I look back and I'm like, I'm fucking 42. Yeah, I mean, I must be doing okay. I'm still doing it, but I'm stoked to be part of the machine that fights the bigger machine, and us rolling. Like when we were on that fucking tour together, dude, there's non fucking stop in
Yeah.
some. Oh, hold on.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm back. I'm
Hey.
back. But some little bullshit that'll happen, that some people don't think is a big deal, but it was a big deal the way that we bonded together.
Yeah.
One is like a wheel fall off of an amp, and another guy runs over and grabs it. But that's a part of this big thing. Like, when your name comes up, it's a very highly high reputation and low reputation. And
Yeah.
but just that, like that good
Just
bad.
that good. Just
Yeah,
that good. Hey, I gotta keep the property value down somewhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You keep it so it's not, like all the white people.
We can't afford this high pay rent shit all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got low class white people moving in, and I like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
so you were talking about like like dealing with like this time and like like how like you were gonna write and you didn't write. You end up staring at Poncho, but you did get some things accomplished
Yeah.
in the quarantine. Starving Wolves put out a record, the band you sing for, one of the
Yeah.
many bands you sing for.
Yes.
Starving Wolves. You guys put out a record. Did you guys record any during the quarantine, or was it already recorded? What was the story about that?
It was recorded, and the thing was, we were kind of juggling how we were gonna put it out. And when this came, like at first, I had like a big all these ideas. Let's do this, let's do that, and I just thought this is gonna be around for about another 6 months, maybe a year. At that time, that's what I was thinking. So I said, let's put this out. Let's put this out ourselves. Let's connect with people, because we're that kind of size band. Nobody's gonna do it for us, and so it just made sense. Put the record out ourselves. We got nothing but time. We sent out all the records ourselves. We wrote a little letter to everybody that ordered a record, and it kept me, even when I was just staring at Poncho, it kept me connected, working and rolling, and it saved a lot of my mental health. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, my band put out a record in June of this year, and it was like we had pushed it off because it was already done and all that, but what I have found, like, since it's been out, and obviously we haven't played one single show, we haven't done any real press for. I mean, we did a little bit of press, got some stuff for it, when it came out or whatever. Yeah. But you're kind of just throw it into the ether, But what's really nice is, like, it makes you really appreciate the people that bought it, especially the vinyl. You know what I mean? It really puts you in touch with, like, the actual people of your music, because in all this shit happening, everyone shut down, everyone out of work, political turmoil, all that shit. Like, there's still people that need music. They want music. They need it in their lives, and they're willing to spend their $15 when that could be the difference for breakfast or not on your record or your t-shirt or whatever, man. And it makes you feel really fucking appreciative. Like, you know, we did that end of the year Spotify bullshit that came out, and I was shocked. Like, you know, 35 countries of people that listen to your music. You're like, wow, dude. Like, it really just helps you. Like, this whole year for me has put a massive like thing into perspective as far as really appreciating what we do. You know what I mean? Playing punk and heavy metal and shit like that. Like, our fan bases are so connected. It's, you know, it's you got to step back and appreciate that, you know?
Well, that, and then, you know, I kind of think, you know, we're all alone in a certain way, but there's, you know, whenever you think you're at the bottom, there's people that are even lonelier, you know, and it's like, not saying like this, like, oh, my listeners are very lonely. I mean, like, in the way of that, I have at least even a band to reach out with, but there's been times in my life when I've been like completely alone, and having that ability where people know that they can kind of contact you, and we're at a nice size that you know, you really appreciate everything, and I'm able to communicate back and forth literally to almost every person that bought something, that writes us. And I mean, I think it wasn't like a ton, but we did like 3 pressings of our vinyl, which was like awesome, dude. And it meant a lot. And the people that bought it, they know it meant a lot. And that feels good. That feels like, you know, whenever you say, like, people will be like, my fans, I understand the word, you understand the word, but I also like to click it in my head. Like, these are people that support the, you know, what we're all doing. And that just means a lot, to be more connected to the people that support all of this.
What we do does not happen if we go and play to ourselves at a bar. You know what I mean? Like, you do that enough times and you're like, why the fuck are we doing this? You know?
Yeah.
It makes it one of those things too, where it's fun. Like when we started Starving Wolves was kind of after Krum Bombs, and I was just like I was like crazy as all fucking hell. And what's up, girl? You know I like that nacho.
Yeah. This is my wife Candace. You met her backstage at the El Rey.
I did. What's up? This Poncho.
Yeah. I was just telling her, I'm like, come look at Poncho. Come look at Poncho.
Crazy, because he'll just stay like this. He's become like so spoiled. Like, this is how he thinks he should be. Like, he is.
Yeah.
He is. But like, I forget kind of what I was saying, but oh yeah, when we started this band, I was like broken. I was like, I had a divorce with my 4 wives in the band, or husbands, or whatever. And I was burnt. And I was like, there's no way I want to go through this again. And if I am going to do it, I want to be more fucking connected. And there's an idea, like a foundation. If you're a band and you have a foundation with your supporters and followers and people that want to roll with you, when something hits you, there's support. And I think that this has just changed my whole perspective of when that band started, to be so connected with everybody, and them to be supportive during all of this it's a big deal.
Right. Yeah, and your other band that you sing for, it's a little more known. You got that band's very the Casualties. The Casualties.
You remember
the
that?
Casualties. Your guys's I mean, at least your guys' Instagram game is second to none in the punk world, I believe.
I believe second to none, first to nobody.
First to nobody.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
None is right.
I mean, just the amount of connection that you guys do is important to fans nowadays. You know what I mean? And it's cool to see bands recognize it and realize that it's not about having an ego and going like, these are my fans, they're gonna do stuff for me. It's about like literally like just going like, hey, yeah, I'll respond to this. I'll respond to a question. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just like, oh my God, thank you so much for responding. It's like no, like
Why wouldn't I?
yeah, why wouldn't I? You know what I mean?
You know
Like,
what the funniest thing is that happened with some of this is Josh that owns Straight to Hell, you know, the like clothing company or something. I've known him for, you know, almost 20 years when he was printing t-shirts out of his apartment in Chicago and letting all of the bands stay there. And he's like a really like great guy. And so I love supporting his, you know, his stuff. And I had posted something. We were filming a video and I was wearing like the Straight to Hell vest. And I said something like, you know, supported it or something. And sure enough, as soon as I pressed like send, like out to the world, I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna get shit for this. But some guy's like, fuck that pussy ass bullshit, overpriced, blah blah blah. And so I was like, well, to be honest, and anybody that knows me, my vest is like my fucking purse. All my shit goes in there. I wear it at least 330 days a year. I'll wear that motherfucker. Let's lowball 3 years. And so I broke it all down and I said, like, you know, this jacket cost me like less than a dime a day to wear or something, but like a penny or, you know, whatever it was. And then the guy wrote back and I was cool. I was like, well, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is my homeboy and I wear my vest all the time. So I could go buy one for $18 and it falls apart on me, but this one works. And the guy wrote back, he goes, man, you're probably right. I think I have some other kind of resentments. And now me and this dude, like we chit chat, we joke. And another guy did the same thing. Man, fuck that bullshit. You should go to Angry Young and Poor. And I go, oh, I love Angry Young and Poor. And the guy writes back, oh yeah, they got some pretty cool shit. That vest was all right.
It's just so weird how that shit's like, so it just, all it is attention. Like they just want attention. And then when you give it to them and don't, like, you know, you can try to destroy them and that's fun every once in a while. But when you really engage with someone and you go, dude, like, what the fuck? They're all, oh, I didn't think you'd read this, man. Like, fuck. Dude, it's actually pretty cool. Like, you're like, who are you, man?
It's a weird thing fans do. Like it's almost like you know, like you're supposed to be some character, and then when you're just like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? They're like, oh, shit.
They just,
you know.
Oh yeah, and it's the same thing. You get something. A very close friend of mine said, like one of the early times we were talking in our relationship, and said, yeah, some of you guys are fucking assholes. Why? What happened? Well, one of the members of your band got mad because we went back and stole a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
Well, come to my house, see what I'm writing, and see how much money I have in my pocket. That bottle of vodka is ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're just supposed to fucking be able to take it, us not get mad about it?
Yeah, I will fill you up one of these and take it. Don't take the fucking whole bottle. And the other thing, maybe it wasn't mine. That might have been John's.
Right. Yeah, it definitely wasn't yours.
Do you find... I know that, like, you've obviously been heavily involved in punk for a long time, but do you find that, like, the Casualties is a band that's, like, heavily based in fucking, you know, participation and, you know what I mean, up the punks and all that shit, but, like, do you find that people really assume that you're, like, a fucking character, that you're like, I'm not done, man, it's not, I'm not like this all day long, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you have a trouble with that, with their fans not believing like that reality is real?
well, you know what? You know what the funny thing is, and it's really cool, and you can let it bite you in the ass, or
Mhm.
you can navigate as well as you can. But for a lot of us, probably the three of us, at one point in time, I was that character.
Right.
I was, and I would say that up until literally until I was about 36, I was that character, and I was at every fucking house party. I was like, when I go back and think about it, I was like drunk, unproductive, unhelpful Superman. I was at every and like waking up, and I was drinking in every alleyway, like puking all over the place, you know, like literally all the time. And so when my life kind of changed, and I needed to change my, just personally,
Mhm.
for my and my mental health, my way of life, I made a very conscious decision that I was not going to be, because when you are that character, you also get spoke down to as that character, because that character can only, I may promise to do a lot of stuff, but I can only successfully get as much done as my addiction will allow me to get done. And
Mm.
so when I made this change, I told myself that I'm going to play music. I'm going to hang out at bars. I'm going to talk to people, because there's a lot of people that their whole life has to change. And
Mhm.
so for me, that question was, it like haunted me my first couple of years, where I wasn't like drinking and doing drugs, because that was my identity for 20 years.
Right.
And having your identity and your habit from 20 years in a year, it doesn't happen. And I think that's what fucks people up. They don't know how do I react now? And it was difficult, but that hard, like David fucking Goggins, dude, I was hanging with the punk.
Stay hard.
I was hard, but it was hard, dude. And so, you know, there's those times when every night is Saturday night for us, you know?
Mhm.
And so when somebody comes out to a show and they want to fucking do rails all fucking night, and it might be like, whether it's me or anybody else, dude, we've been fucking on a month-long party, and we have to drive 12 hours right after this. It
Mm.
becomes hard because people take it personal. Like, I'm personally telling you to fuck off, and, you know,
Right.
they think like I'm telling them they're not punk enough. And I'm like, no, it's not that.
Yeah,
It's got to be weird to navigate, man, because I think about it, you know, that culture and, you know, and that scene is so based in that the party is the fucking hang, you know what I mean? Like, and the more fucked up you can get, and the more, you know, crazy it, you know, that it just creates that thing. But having to navigate that every night, you know, it happens to every band, you know. It's got to be. So are you totally like sober? You don't drink or do nothing
Yeah.
anymore? Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So it's been, and you know, I don't like to use any term, because the things that, like, there's certain things that are like, I was talking to a friend today. I was so fucking lucky, because I can look at things two ways. All of this shit was fucked up, and oh my God, I can't believe I did this or I did that. But that was part of getting to where I'm at. And I was so fucking lucky to learn those hard fucking mistakes, because I want to stay in this world that we live in. And now I can be like, I can help build the walls, you know, or not the walls, but I can help build. Or
You heard it first. Blue Lives Matter, build the wall. Damn it.
That was Poncho said
We're
that.
on him. We're on him. Trump 2020. Oh.
You know, like John's doing, like fucking building a restaurant.
Mhm.
Somebody's setting shit up. So
Well, you've been able to build a foundation for yourself. You know what I mean? Not only that, like you being sober, not that you were preaching sobriety to people, but you're at least providing people with another way to realize, like, hey, dude, like it's not based in this lifestyle completely. Like it's a mentality, it's a mindset, and you don't have to be fucking out of your mind blitzed every day to prove it. You know what I mean? Like, so that's cool because there's a lot of younger generation of punks that they still don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
What's been really cool is like I've been lucky enough to I got asked to join this band that has a very tight group of people, supporters, followers, fans, and they expect that kind of close-knit connection to the band. And it felt like at first, again, kind of how the fuck I guess I would have been like 2.5 years into this. Oh, fucking hell. Now I'm in the 40-ounce Casualties. But the thing is, like, I love that fucking way of life. I just can't follow through with the shit that I want to do. You know what I mean? I don't want people to stop doing blow. I don't want people to stop drinking. I like to see people like live and take care of themselves if it's negatively affecting them. But, again, those are the things that we have to find out for ourselves. But it's been so cool because, dude, I've got beers all around me. I'm going to throw them out, hand them out. But I think the cool thing that I like to say is drink or fucking don't. I don't give a fuck. This is my life. I don't care. You know that. I like to see people fall over.
See, you just when you brought up like you drink, I don't. It makes me think of that time in Salt Lake City. Do you remember the Salt Lake City show? Do you remember me having to bring? Yeah. Okay, so Salt Lake. So there's a song. Usually at a certain time you ask for shots, right?
Yes.
You asked for shots for the band. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they asked for shots for the band. And I went and got them. But, this is like we're 3/4 of the way done with the tour. I go get them like before I know that's about to happen. I'm like, I'm going to go get these guys shots. So, like, I think it was like, look at him. He's dying. He's dying right now. So,
oh, shit. Whoa.
So I go to get the shots. I'm waiting side stage. And we're in Salt Lake City, and it's this stage that's like as high as like my chin.
Oh, fuck.
So I come up,
it's one of those,
I come up the stairs. I got the shots. I'm walking, and all of a sudden, I fucking trip over something on the stage, and just the shots, everything. I just fall straight down, and they're like fucking playing a song on stage, and I'm just like. Oh, and like Dave turned around and looks at me just like, whoa, and everyone's kind of trying to figure out what the fuck's going on because like I was behind them. I was behind them and in front of the drummer. I just face planted.
Oh man.
Face planted hard.
But you know what? This is like, John, how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay, this is like when the dad like move came out, like the dad is not gonna get embarrassed in front of the kids. No.
Yeah.
When he fell, it wasn't like, whoa. It was like, every couple of years you have a fall, and you're like, I don't know how that happened. None of us knew. He didn't understand how it happened, and he got up. His face though too was just like,
like I meant to do that.
Yeah, but you know what? There was a couple of times I think like all of us have fallen, and it's just so fucking. There's no fucking way to hide it on those kind of stages, and you learn. That's one of those things you learn this extra layer of I'm not getting embarrassed at all.
Yeah.
The trick is just keep it moving. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it moving, dude.
I was like, nope, I'm not getting embarrassed at this shit.
Krum Bums were playing a TKO like 20-year anniversary or something, and it was this big show, and then we had just done this like we were like at that point we were one of TKO's like big baby bands, like Mark was really supporting us and stuff, and so we had this great time, and we were still like so used to playing just little tiny places, and we're playing this big show. And I can remember Trey and the other dudes, they were like, okay, don't come out when we play. We're gonna start playing, and then you come out like hard, and it's like the big there you are. And so my entrance. That's right, I'll come out like that. And I had like green and yellow fucking Dwayne Peters shoes on, like I was all excited, all black and yellow lime green shoes. And so I came running out, and sure enough, like I hit like a chord. It just face planted, the legs rolled over. What could you do? So I just rolled up and kept going.
Yeah. They roll into it like a ninja,
Oh yeah, like that was part of
There's nothing worse than fucking eating shit for no reason. I always seem to eat shit. I haven't fallen on stage in a long time, but every time I do, I don't know how it happened. Like I'm shocked. You're shocked. You're like, it's like God just is all, sit down for a minute. Fuck, dude.
Hey, it was
what, dude?
I mean, I never thought about it, but we were in Salt Lake City, and I was bringing whiskey to the stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe fucking God did trip me.
Yeah, had enough of your
It was
game.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah, Joseph Smith fucking came and got me.
He wanted to get you, dude.
So the Casualties released a video.
Yes.
Casualties released a video. What was that like to make? I know you and Meggers got together because you and Meggers were roommates when he's not visiting his wife. His roommates visiting his wife.
What?
Yeah. What was it like filming a video like with everybody being apart? Because obviously no one's ever done something like this. Like,
well,
as everyone's getting through this time, you know what I mean? Like, you guys have like, oh, let's film a video while we're all not together.
And the other thing I didn't want to do too is time it, like have it caught in this time too much. And I just I think that there was a time that was really awesome early on, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying it's bad if people do it now, but I think right when it started, when everybody was doing the masks on and really like COVID time videos, I think we needed those. And then at this point, I was like, let's not do the masks. And we were in different spots, but I kind of thought about it like, just make it like a Motley Crue video. This is some shit like Motley Crue would do because they don't like each other. So, Rick's on his fucking bass, on his motorcycle playing bass, and Jake's in Jersey on, rocking out with his guitar.
He's in Montauk. He's up in the Hamptons, bro. He's up in the Hamptons.
He's in fucking New York City.
He's in the Lower East Side, bro.
He never left where CB's was.
Dude, he hasn't passed A Street in 15 years.
Never will.
Never will.
And so we did the video. Meggers just put up our banners right here, and I went to Starbucks.
Did it right there in the living room?
Yeah,
right there in the living room. Nice.
Scratched up my nice wood floors,
bro.
Meggers. But
man, those New Yorkers don't know. You don't fuck with the Texans floor.
Not these hard, good pine wood floors.
These hard, good pine wood floors.
But yeah, it was, and it was cool, and we were able to get friends from all around, and it was important to all of us, and really to what I did kind of want a time though that we don't forget is all of this fucking racist shit that's going on in this big division. And what I kind of wanted to say is like, this is so not new. This is so fucking not new. Right. So I pay homage in a way to all of this that's going on and be like, we can't forget this because this is continuously going on. And I've talked to some people like, you know, in the big, like me trying to be thoughtful about other people that I don't really want to be. I think there's a lot of fucking confused people and a lot of confused like fucking white people. And you know, my family's from a little town called Eagle Pass, and I can remember hearing people say stuff like certain Mexicans don't want to, they're not Mexican, they're Spanish. And I remember hearing a lot of racist words, but on the regular. It wasn't it wasn't like bad to say it. It was kind of like, well, he just feels that way, you know? And so the thing that's so interesting when you just break it down, like white people are mad right now because they're being treated the way that it's been so normal. So they're like, I don't understand why people now are like calling out white people on everything. It's like, dude, do you remember like 20 years ago, you used to drop the N-bomb like in a, you know, not in this rap way or this what, like you were just slang talking, or not that that's right,
like normal conversation. Like
yeah,
dropping it. Yeah.
And I'd heard somebody say one time, like I heard a conversation with these older people, and they said, you know, I don't understand this racism. There was old Inward Joe, and he lived up the road, and we all got along. And I went,
like he probably would always be like, "Yep, I still got that stupid name."
yeah.
Every day, and be like, "Oh well."
I'm like, no, you can't call him. That's what he called himself. No, he didn't.
No, he wanted to be treated normal-ish, so he sacrificed being called that. You know what I mean? So you guys wouldn't fucking hang him. You know what I mean? Like, it's bullshit, dude.
People are in this confusion, and if you take away the money kind of issue, it is a big deal, man. Like, rich people don't want to lose that stranglehold, and the only way, in my perspective, that we're gonna kind of march forward is if we start saying, hey, we got to stop looking at how this is financially going to affect us, and how is this going to affect, you know, you, John, as a kid. How is this going to affect my kids? Like, my going to end up getting the fucking shit beat out of them because the color of their skin, when these fucking kids are raised fucking awesome. But it's like older people, they want to keep this thing, and you can't fucking put these biscuits back in. They done popped, baby.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that, man. I mean, we've talked about it extensively, you know, but I really think this is like the last not last, but one of the last real big pushbacks for white people, like being emboldened to be fucking white at this point. You know what I mean? Like, cause I have 3 kids. John's got fucking 2 kids. You know, and generally, man, no one's, you know, that whole ideology will die out eventually. You know what I mean? And it might take another 50 years, but you know, that the problem is that it's going that way. And white people with Trump being emboldening them to be able to say these things, you know, they are just now, this is the clarion call of the death of the white fucking male power, I think. You know what I mean? And they don't know what to do with themselves. They've never reckoned with, you know, Native Americans, what we did to African Americans. No one's ever fucking apologized or thought, you know, it's always like, well, it wasn't me. I didn't fucking do it. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, dude, I understand that you didn't do it. And guess what? Neither did I. But you can still, like, if you step back one fucking second and have a little bit of compassion for what people may have gone through besides your fucking self, you could see it real easy, you know?
And imagine if that would have happened a long time ago. We'd live in a fucking different world, you know. And what sucks so bad, here's where I'm gonna like age myself, and I always feel, you know, there's a weird world that we live in because of this. You know, every step forward, we also bring negativity. Like, could you fucking imagine the mental bullshit to be a kid right now, to grow up all of this shit at your fingertips? And it's weird. It's like all of your insecurities are shining and pointing at you, and also all this like negative shit. And you know, I sometimes worry, like, you know, the thing that sucked but that had a positive aspect to it was like we kind of grew up where you got called names. Mm-hmm. If you didn't slap them back and fight back, then you know you were forced to grow an extra layer of skin. Mm-hmm. And kind of fucking work through it. But now these days, and I mean this with a lot of respect to young people, but you don't really need to leave your house if you don't want to. No. Anymore. And so the thing that scares me is that these hillbilly people, they're making an effort to go out, to be part of this outside world. And that's the one thing that I fear. And, you know, I get worried about bringing that up because I think it is a touchy subject.
Yeah, it can get, I mean, first of all, raising kids right now it's weird, you know what I mean? But they just
like teachers.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, but you know, I've said this a million times. My kids, I have hope, dude. My kids are fucking smart. They understand more about politics at 12 years old than I ever fucking did. You know what I mean? And the majority of people, and John's kids are the same, you know, and yes, the screens and the you know, the negative talk on the internet and all that shit, especially when you watch like the Social Dilemma and stuff, it's gnarly. But what is really crazy is that like you've seen a massive shift in like just schools alone where like bullying is totally frowned upon and making fun of fucking kids with issues is frowned upon. And you know what I mean? Like the most popular kid in school will go out of his way to help the kid in a wheelchair because you look like an asshole when you don't. You know what I mean? Like, and it really is changing, you know what I mean? And yes, there's pockets of just pricks everywhere, you know what I mean? But what I see is the majority of kids are more compassionate, you know, more understanding, you know what I mean? Especially with the sexual rights and all that shit, you know what I mean? All the gender stuff. But, and it's not everywhere. Obviously, I'm speaking from California, and you know, I'm a lefty, you know, kind of, you know, for the most part, and we are too. But it's a trippy world to live in, man. But in general, it's like, yeah, you could stay inside all day, but kids are still fucking kids, man. And they don't get off. I feel like my kids' generations don't get off on being intolerable nightmares like we would have. You know what I mean? Like when I was like, if the internet was around when I was a kid, woo, I'd be fucking regretting some shit I put out there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I think generationally, like we're fucking doing all right. You know what I mean?
I think so too. And I really think like, you guys as parents are, and like my brother, he's just like, and in some ways I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, the mistakes that I learned from with my parents was them doing the best that they could do. And they really did the best that they could. And it gave my brother, like, he's just an amazing parent. Like, I know you guys are like able to speak with your kids. And I just think like, the generation of your age and kind of my age, what a fucking nightmare, but at the same time, what a rad way. Like when you fucking die, you'll be like, I did the fucking best with all of this bullshit going on. So it's kind of a really cool fucking way to think about it. The other day, I heard Pancho barking, and there were these kids, and I went out and I said, "Hey, what's up?" And they got kind of scared. We were just trying to get some like wood, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What are you doing?" Like, we're building a fort, and me and Meggers got like granola bars, and we're like, "Here, take wood, stay outside, whatever the fuck you want."
Yeah.
The fort. I should have like put like a joint like through it over to the side. I'm gonna go get like a dirty magazine and put it in a like a
stick it in the middle of the wood.
Bury it in a bush for him.
Who was the guy that did that? What if you go back and it was like a well thought out guy? Like, I'm gonna put these up.
It was some hero. Obviously, I mean, my whole teenage life got through it like that. You know
I know.
We were talking about that the other night, like finding, the only way you could get off when we were kids is you found some pervert that left some shit in bushes. You know what I mean? You're in the middle of a bike ramp and you're all, whoa, there's a hustler. Oh, and you'd get off and you'd run around and fucking grab that shit,
Oh, dude, you want to talk about a different world. There was no sanitizer. There were no masks. You were like,
oh, yeah.
My weird. I don't know. Smell it. Oh. Look at it. Oh. Jesus Christ.
You're all, I can see most of the titty. Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. This will work. I'm gonna everyone would rip a page out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody had like a little piece in their wallet.
Oh, dude, my mom I remember my mom was washing my laundry once, dude, and I totally had a wadded up ass fucking piece of hustler in there. She comes in my room. She's like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm all, I'm just like, I'm about to die. I'm on my water bed and I'm trying to crawl under it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, fuck. And she's like, she just laughed and fucking left, but it's like, did you even have to bring it up, man? God damn it. You know what I'm doing with that.
I know you could have just,
these sheets are stickier than shit.
Thrown it away.
Oh man. So you've taught, you've been in punk bands for a long time. You've toured, you've toured every which way possible. You know what I mean? Like DIY tours, everything. And you know how it is, like being on tour, you got to roll with the punches. Sometimes the punches that come through, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you have like a freak out moment. We both recently lost a friend, Alec from Leftover Crack. This person was the king of letting shit roll off his back like nothing is wrong. And when literally where'd you go?
I'm here.
He was literally the definition of a person that like, yo, the van's on fire. Get in, bro. It's only on fire in the back of it. You know what I mean?
Go fast, it'll go out.
David did a tour with them that is pretty infamous. He did a tour with Leftover Crack where he ended up being the singer of Leftover Crack.
Wow.
And Alec was with him. I wasn't there, but I kind of want you to speak on like doing that tour and like Alex, just push through of like where anybody else in their right mind would have turned around at the border and gone home.
Dude, okay, well,
but this is how charismatic Alec is, that he convinced this whole thing to happen, probably.
Dude, and we cracked up about this for a long time, but so it started, I was in Minneapolis, and I start getting these phone calls from Sturgeon, and he's like, man, maybe you could just like come and like be like my friend, and we could like go eat together and like do stuff. And I was like, oh man, I can't, because the next day after that tour, I'm going on like a South American tour with Casualties. Oh, perfect. We'll speak Spanish together. And I was like, this is kind of odd, but he talked me into it. And so I'm flying out there, and I'm getting on this little tiny plane from like Philly to somewhere in Canada. And Ron Martinez calls me and he goes, get off the plane right now. And I was like, what? What's happening? He goes, they're not getting across the border. Get off the plane right now.
Oh, no.
And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And I remember there was me and this big guy, like a football player right next to me. And I was like moving my leg. And I was like, I don't think I can get off the plane right now. And so the plane went up, came down, and I was trying to text everybody, Alex, Sturgeon, Brad. Nobody would answer me. And eventually Brad texted me back and he goes, you better learn those fucking songs. And that was that was it. Like soft-hearted Brad said that, like, you better learn those fucking songs. And that was, nobody texted me back. And I get to the
True
hotel.
leftover crack fashion.
Yeah.
True leftover crack fashion.
Yes. And I get to the hotel. I meet with one of the other guys. Was it Brent that was playing guitar? And was just like, I said, what's going on? He's like, I have no clue. So anyways, I start like, you know, it is when you're good friends with a band, you don't, for whatever reason, you may love the music, but you don't learn the lyrics like you're a butt.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I smoke some crack, shoot some dope, and burn big and baju, you know. Fuck, I gotta learn all these lyrics. And they kept saying Alec will probably show up at the hotel pretty soon. Well, he never showed up to the fucking hotel. And we all met at the club, and he's like sitting there, like probably like smoking a joint. What's up, Dave? I'm like, I don't know, what's up? He's like, I guess let's get a bite and maybe run over these songs real quick. And I was like, no, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. I'm fucking like freaking out. And the show was like fucking sold out, dude. That like,
was it at Foofs? Was it at Foofs?
No, it was at this fucking huge.
It was bigger.
Like, yeah, huge, like a theater, and like 2 layers and.
Okay.
Fucking,
Oh, you know, I think we played there last time. I can't think of the name of it right now.
yeah.
Did we play there? Did we play there?
No, we didn't play there. But
Okay.
it was big. It might have been bigger, but
1,500. They probably did like 1,500.
Yeah, the place was fucking packed. We did go. It was okay. And then the best part was Alec was like, the next day he's like, hey, all right. And don't forget I drove. He goes,
yes. This is so leftover crack fashion. It's ridiculous.
The big problem here was one of the big problems. They were selling so much merch they couldn't keep up with it. So Alec is like, you know what would be cool? Like, maybe if you run back, because you know people know you and stuff. You want to say hi, but you go sell some merch, then come up, do a couple songs, and then go back and sell merch. That'd be cool, right? And I was like, hold on. I remember it. I was like, can I talk to you? I was like stressed, dude. I was like, can I talk to you in the other room alone? He's like, all right. And I said, dude, we need to have like an agreement. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was like, I'm not selling merch. And Alec just, it's cool. Don't sell merch. Ask me to sell merch. Well, I don't know. And then the next day we're picking everybody up and somebody was counting the money and we were like $500 and something short. And Alec goes, yeah, well, I guess we are. Let's go to the next show. and I was thinking if that would have happened in any of my other bands, I was like, no. I was like, go back up to your room and look. It's probably by now. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I wasn't blaming or saying where it was going. I was scared. I was like, no, that's a lot of money, dude. We need to find it. Let's rip the fucking van apart. Let's fucking stop over here at what is that fucking coffee shop in Canada?
Oh,
Thorns?
Ben Hortons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Hortons.
Not Van Horton. It's what is it? Tim
Ben-
Horton.
Tim Horton. Tim Horton.
Tim
that's right,
Horton. God damn it.
I was like, pull
Tim
over to Tim, find this fucking money. And he's just like, guys, it's gone. The maid by now it was lost. I remember him just sitting back and going, let's just go. And I was like, holy.
Yeah.
If it happened to my band, everyone would have been fired.
Oh yeah.
Like,
This is when 2 members of the band didn't get into Canada, and they just throw Dave in as a singer.
Yeah.
And Alex just like, and that's typical Alec. Literally, he'd always be like, it'd be like, bro, no, that's not gonna go. What are you talking about? We're gonna do that. And I'd be like, okay, like, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, and he was always just like, everything's cool, man. Like,
It's too bad.
and the
was-
fucked up thing is that it usually was in a weird way.
It was
His-
wild.
Like,
And you know-
it always was what it was, and his non-stressing would, yeah.
He
had
was
it down
like
to-
he was like the dude of punk rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he most definitely was, and it was like, I think you know what's funny, and not to bring any kind of downer on this, and not funny in a way, but odd, was right before this happened. I started thinking about Alec, and then I saw a picture of Alec with like a red T-shirt on, and I thought that it was a little bit odd, and it wasn't, the next day,
Yeah.
from Brad, and this is like a big wake up call. Like, there's, as much as we fucking scream and yell and pray or whatever it is you do, there's no going backwards in
Right.
time.
From that
But-
point.
Yeah, there's just not.
Yeah.
And I think we have this really awesome group of people, like all of us, that we can accept the pain, and we can also accept like these incredibly great times that we had together. And maybe, like you guys are talking about, like how these kids are learning, we're learning, we're navigating these troubled times, and it's like, shit's fucked up, dude, and we got to reach out to each other a little bit more. And I think that when that happened, all of us wrote each other, and it had been a while, just got a message from John. I wrote him, hey, I love you, just thinking about you.
Yeah.
And it's heavy, dude. It kind of chokes me up thinking about it.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that we've gotten here, and that's, it's life though.
It is.
Sadly. You know what I
And
mean?
it's the machine that I like to be part of. Like, your business to me is it's something to people. Even it's like these little things that you may not quite recognize, but like your restaurant gives me some hope of like that we're here. We're
Yeah,
Shit's
here.
gonna be okay, man. We're gonna get out of this.
Okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get
Yeah.
through this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have your comedy routine happen on the stage when it happens.
I'm here. I'm
You do
here.
it. You do it.
Beautiful.
Well, is there anything you wanna put out there? Is there anything you want to say?
Promote,
tell people to
talk
check
about.
out? Anything.
Let's.
Tell
Well,
people love each other.
I love being part of this. I'd like to say, to people out there, support the bands that you fucking love, because right now we have no clue. I was listening to like a very fucking insightful program on NPR, and this guy was saying, with everything going on, we'll probably, like, the public will get this vaccination, if you agree to it, in the fall. So around this time, next year.
Next year.
So you can pretty much guarantee that you might see 1 or 2 shows, but you're not going to see it like this. And you're probably not going to see it how you've seen it ever again, or let's say for the next 3 years.
Right.
So support local fucking businesses, support your bands, and, you know, reach out to one another and fucking, I don't know, man. Let's try to get through this shit together.
Love
Let's
it, man.
get through this shit, yo. Let's get through this shit.
Love it.
Well, thank you very much for coming on with us, man. We really appreciate it. It was really great to talk to you.
It's a pleasure to
Cool.
meet you, bud.
Hey, great to meet you. I know next time we do this though, maybe the John, the camera can pan to like one of those cool Casualties flyers that I can't see in the yeah. Next time. No, next time we'll talk about that. Next time. Right, not now. Okay.
Right by the Starving Wolves one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that one is right to the
That was
left.
right there, right over there.
Yeah, I can't move the camera.
Well, thanks, Dave, man. I love you, man.
Love
And
you, brother.
I'll see you soon. Stay safe out there, bro.
Well, you guys take care, and it was a pleasure.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank you very much, Dave. Catch you on
Bye.
the flip.
Yeah.